Hello everybody, so today we're gonna talk about drawing a line and equation of a line. How do we draw a line when we have the equation, and how do we determine the equation of a line when we have a line or we have 2 points. So first thing first, we should understand two things. There are two different forms that we can write the equation for a line. The first one is slope point, and the second one is called general form. Okay, so what is the slope point form of the equation? So when y is in one side of the equation, and on the other side we have x and our constant, like ax plus b. For example, what can it be? It can be y equal to 2x plus 1. And what is the general form? In general form, all of our variable and constant will go in one side. It doesn't matter left or right. And on the other side, we only have 0. And in general, we can write it as ax plus by plus c equal 0. What's the example? 2x plus 3y plus 5 equal 0. So it's very important to understand what is a slope point form and what is a general form. They both can determine or show only one line, but because they would have different form, you might get confused. For example, how can I change slope point to general form? And I'm gonna change it to general form. How can it happen? I put everything on one side, and the other side I'll have 0. And the way to do it, y minus 2x minus 1 equals 0. So this is a general form. So they both represent one line. There is no difference between them. On the other hand, we can do the same thing with general form and change it to slope point. Right? So I'm gonna change it to slope point. And what is it gonna be? I'm gonna put y and its coefficient in one side. So I'm gonna write it down here, 3y, and put everything else on the other, equal to minus 2x minus 5. Now, the y in general, in slope point form, doesn't have any coefficient, or another way to say it, the coefficient of y is only 1. So I'm gonna divide both sides of the equation by 3. So y equal to minus 2 over 3 x minus 5 over 3. And this is called slope point form. So this one and this one are the same, and this one and this one are also the same. These two represent the same line. These two also represent the same line. But how are we gonna draw a line, right? So the question might ask us, how are we gonna draw a line when we have equation? It's very easy. There are two steps basically. Let's say question asking us draw a line as 3y plus 2x equal to 3. It's neither general form nor slope point form, and it doesn't matter. I wanna draw the line here. Okay, draw this line in the plane. Okay, but what can I do to draw it? So step number 1, I'll give x a number. What's the number? I'm gonna give x 0. Well, if I plug 0 into the x, what I will have is 3y plus 2, 0 multiply equal to 3. This guy is 0. 2 multiplied by 0 is 0, right? So I have 3y equal 3. 3y equal 3. What is y? 1. So I get 1 point here. x0, y is 1. So point number 1, let's say point A, is 0 and 1. Okay? Step number 2. I give x1. Okay? If I plug 1 to the x, what we'll have? I have 3y plus 2 multiplied by 1 equal to 3. Then 3y will be equal to 1 because it's going to be 2 and then 2 going to go to the other side of the equation, minus 2, 3 minus 2, 1. 3y equal to 1, y equal to 1 over 3. So I have x1, y 1 over 3. So my point B is 1 and 1 over 3. What I need to do, I just determine this point on my plane. Okay, so x0, y1. This is x, this is y. x0, y1, 1 point. Point B, x1, and y is 1 over 3. So if this is 1, 1 over 3 is going to be here. So I have 2 points, A and B. And there we go. This is our line. When you have 2 points, you can determine your line. You might ask that, can I give, instead of, at the beginning, I gave x0 or I gave x1, I could give y0 and x and find x on the other hand. It's okay. You can do both. You can give x a number and find y, or we can give y a number and find x. And it works for any linear equation. So that's how you draw a line when you have the equation. But how to determine what's the equation of a line is based on the line or when you have 2 points. Let's see. So now I have the line, I want to see what's the equation. What can I do? What should I do? So, first thing first, you should determine the slope of the line. So to do, first, determine the slope. 2. What's the second point? Determine 1 point in the line. Determine 1 point in the line. Okay? And 3, use the following equation. What is the following equation? Let's see. The equation is, I'm going to write it in red so you can see. Use this equation. Y minus y1 equal to m x minus x1. That's the equation, where m is the slope and y1 and x1 are y and x of the point that you determined. Let's go P with x1 and y1. Example. What can be the example here? Okay, let's see. The question is asking, let me read the question. It says, write an equation for the line that passes through, so I'm going to write an equation for a line that passes through point S, 2 minus 3, and it's parallel to y equal to 3x plus 5. This is the question number 1. Question number 2. The line passes through this point, but it is perpendicular to the same line. Okay, so right now, to solve problem 1 here, 1. So I want it to be parallel to this line. And if you remember from the last video, I talked about parallel and perpendicular lines. When a line is parallel to another line, their slope is the same. And what is the slope here? The coefficient of the x. Slope is always coefficient of the x when the coefficient of the y is 1, which I have it here. Coefficient of the y is 1, and now coefficient of the x is my slope. Okay? Now to write it, now I know m, which is the slope, is 3, and I have one line. I have 1 point, sorry, s 2 minus 3. Right? Now what is my line? Y minus the y here, which is minus 3, equal to 3x minus 2, because 2 is positive here. So it's going to be y plus 3 equal to 3x minus 6, and y is equal to 3x minus 9. That's the line parallel to this and passes through this point. For number 2, how can I solve it? It says perpendicular to this line. So we know from the last video again, the perpendicular lines are, so when two lines are perpendicular, when you multiply their slope, the answer is minus 1, right? So what should be the slope of the perpendicular line to this one? The slope should be minus 1 over 3, because if I multiply it by the slope of this line, which is 3, it gives me the answer of minus 1, right? So I have this slope, I have the line, I have the point, there you go, easy, right? So I can write it y minus, again, minus 3 equal to minus 1 over 3 x minus 2. What is the answer? Y plus 3 equal to minus 1 over 3x plus 2 over 3. Then I'm going to just write it in a slope point form, right? Y is equal to minus 1 over 3x, 2 over 3 minus 3. What will be the answer? Minus 7 over 3. If you do the calculation, that's what you will get. And this is the line that is perpendicular to this line, and it passes through the point S. It's very easy. These are like the basic of how to draw a line and how to find the equation of a line when you have the line or you have the point of the line. So another way of the question that you might be asked is that you have this line. I'm gonna just write it very quickly. Let's imagine the question say, hey, we have this line, write its equation, right? And it's like 1, 2, 3, and this is 4, This is 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 4. Okay. And these are the other points. We don't care. Why? I just need, first of all, I need to find the slope. How do I find the slope when I have it? Do you remember? To find the slope, I have rise over run. I see the line, right? So what is the rise? 0 from this triangle. From 0 go to 4, right? Rise is 4 over the run. Sorry, it just goes from 4 to 0, so it's minus 4. It's going down. Over, let's say this is 3.5. Over 3.5. So I got this slope, 4 over 3.5. What else I need? I need 1 point. What point I can get? Any point of this line. I'm gonna get this one because it's easy. X is 0, y is 4. There we go. What's the equation of the line? Y minus y1, which is 4, equal to minus 4 over 3.5 in x minus 0. Sorry, minus 4, y minus 4. So here I have y minus 4 equal to minus 4x over 3.5. Then y will be equal to, again, minus 4 over 3.5 x plus 4. That's the equation of the line. So even if I don't have the equation of the line, but I see the line, I can actually write the equation for it, right? Or you might have only 2 points of a line, and then you can write, we can calculate the slope of a line, and then put the slope of a line into the equation. Then you have 2 points, you choose one, you put the other point here, then there you go, you will get the answer. Alright, so that was it for today, and until next time.